Welcome, everybody, and welcome to Uniquely You. This is a podcast that celebrates the masterpiece. That's you. And I'm your host today, Cherise. And here with me have our co-host, Shakira.
Hi.
And today we have a special message for you, our listeners. And today it's something that's, I think it's quite personal in terms of knowing that you're wonderfully made. Like sometimes we don't really think that we're unique. Sometimes we don't think that we are a masterpiece that has been created with care and with a purpose by the higher power, by God. What's your view?
That's right. And we often find ourselves focusing on what we perceive as flaws. Yes, a lot of times we tend to beat down on ourselves because we think that we're not pretty enough, we're not slim enough, or hair isn't long enough. Your feet are too wide. Like we find some things that sometimes God created you. You have to love you regardless of whatever it is. But let's flip the script. We challenge you to embrace those so-called flaws as unique feathers that make you stand out. So let's see how much you can do that.
Definitely. So here's the fun part, right? Where we have work to do that we're going to challenge you per se on to identify 5 things that you would class as flaws, like, and provide a reason why that is not a flaw, so but a unique character. So for me, one of the things that I would say is a flaw is my voice. I don't like the sound of my voice, but the unique thing about it is that my voice is absolutely different. You can be in a crowd and you can tell it is me. It's like Shakira. Shakira has a high-pitched voice. You can be anywhere and you can hear her. And instead of it being a flaw, it is something unique. It is something that God has blessed us with that is different. And it's not a bad thing after.
That is so true. Like my voice, people always say having a high pitched voice it's fun. I don't see the fun in it, but I make it work for me. But one of the flaws that we tend to, or people tend to have a problem with, is by saying that their hair isn't long enough. But hey, that shorter hair means that you have less maintenance and more time for awesome adventures, because you don't have to worry. No, you can see me, I have in here. So if it is that I decide I want to go to the beach, I have to go in the water and I have to keep my head above water, because hey, you can't spoil your hair. But if your hair were supposed to be shorter, you go in there, you dive, you swim, you do all you have to do, and then you realize that hey, it's easy fix. You come out and you just run your hand back and you're good. So having short hair has its pros and it also has its cons, just like everything else in life.
And that's true, I agree. Also, so talking about the hair thing, for those who didn't know, I had locks, like nice locks, right? And I decided to cut it, and now my hair is short. At the end of the day, it is some like it more than others. However, it's not a bad thing. You understand what I mean? Like, rock the hair that you have. You know what? It is you, and that's your look, and you're free to change it whenever and however you want, right? So next up, we're going to talk about our feet. Our feet. Now, some of us don't like our feet because it is too wide, because it is too long, whatever the case is. But guess what? Your feet is what keeps you balanced. It's that's your stability. It builds you. Do you understand? It allows you to walk without falling over, without tripping. And there's somebody out there that likes your feet. Hence the reason why we have only feet pages. We have fun feet pages. You have people who are willing to buy pictures of your feet, despite that you find it as a flaw, something unique about it.
But here's another classic one, and this is something that I don't even know. I'm gonna be completely honest. This is something that I struggle with. I used to, still is. I'm working hard. It's getting better though. But this one is talking about my body. My body isn't what society expects it to be, and as a result of that, this low self-esteem tends to come on, and you feel like you're not sexy enough. You put on a dress and your belly, and you're like, no, that not look good. So we tend to complain about that. Guess what? You're setting your own standards. So the show's name is Uniquely You, and you have to love you irrespective of how you look. You have to set your own standards, because then when you set your standards to love yourself regardless of how you look, you're teaching others how to love you. When you don't set standards, you settle for anything that people give to you that seems like acceptance. And in this world, you have to be strong, because people are going to be mean, and as such, you have to love you irrespective. So when they come with their critiques, take the good out of whatever it is. Even if there's no good, you try and find something good out of it, and hold on to that. Let that be your anchor, and watch life goes.
Definitely, for sure. So we're gonna talk about another one, which is sometimes height plays a role. So for me, I am short. I am 5'1". I am really short, but it doesn't mean that there were times growing up where I honestly wish I was taller. I wish I was 5'7". I wish I was 5'9". I wish I was taller for various reasons, like reaching stuff. You understand what I mean? Short people out there, you kind of get it, right? Or if for those who travel, for instance, when you're on the bus or the train, you know, you're short and people hold up their hand and like, you're just down there, right? So for short people, we have our challenges. However, thinking about it, when you're on a flight, you have the extra leg room. You understand what I mean? Like, you can fit into somewhat smaller spaces because you are short. So therefore, you can take your shortness or your height and view it as it's something great, because I can fit into spaces that Shakira can't because I'm shorter.
Definitely.
Do you understand what I mean? So instead of looking at it as a flaw, look at it as it's a blessing.
And the last one, my skin. My skin is not flawless, and people tend to say that flawless skin is overrated. It somewhat is. It's good to have flawless skin, don't get me wrong, but if it is that you don't, do not let that be the reason you don't love yourself, because every mark tells a story, and that very same mark could be the mark that helps to build you. I have a mark on my tummy. I did a surgery a couple years ago, and I don't have a problem with it. When I go to the beach, I'm going to wear my two-piece. I'm going to show it off, because guess what? If I did not do that surgery, chances are I would not have been here today. So my mark tells a story, and perhaps other marks on my body, if you should see them, I can explain to you what story it tells. So having skin with flaws, that's fine. Guess what? Nothing in life is perfect. Everybody has a flaw. everybody might not be physical, but everybody has a flaw. So you have to love yourself regardless.
That's great. That is great. And I can say the same. You know, sometimes we bash ourselves for what society and what the media shows us as how your skin should look or how it is meant to be. But however, looking at it, even if you're a teenager, you're not going to have flawless skin. You're going to have all these little bumps in your face. You're going to have all these things. So how about, instead of critiquing yourself, do things that make your skin glow? Drink water, you know what I mean? Probably develop a skincare routine. Find something that works for you and for your skin.
And might I add, sometimes the social media is not your reality. It is not your reality, because then you have persons who edit their pictures, they add all types of filter. So you are there looking onto social media and one of those social media influencers, and oh my god, her skin is so nice. But if it is you are to see them in real life, because trust me, I've seen a few in real life, and when you look at real life comparing to what they have on social media, it's pure edits.
Without the makeup.
Without the makeup. Let us talk about that. The makeup. When they take their makeup off, you don't want to see the skin beneath that. So work on your skin. Live healthy, be healthy, drink your water, do your skin routine, as Cherie said. Find things that work for you. Don't let social media be your reality, because the truth is nobody posts on social media when they're quote unquote ugly. Everybody's gonna fix their pictures up and post. So be your reality. Love you. Do what works for you.
Definitely. So in wrapping up, let's celebrate ourselves. Let's celebrate our flaws. Let's embrace them. Let's celebrate our quirks, our uniqueness. You know, and just remember that we're all handcrafted by God. You know, we have a purpose. We're extraordinary. We're unique, and we're one of a kind.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Uniquely You. Thanks for tuning in, and always remember, you are a masterpiece.
Join us for the next episode.